Yeah, pretty decent start, I think. Halfway down. Magic's gonna help out a little bit, and just a little bit. 1 point of damage there. Come on, soldiers. Make the most of that command. Now that was pretty good. And can we finish it, please? I don't see any reason why we couldn't. Oh, really? Really? Okay. Alrighty. Whatever you say, game. Last group did more damage when it had more health, but welcome to the wonderful world of the roulette. Such is life. Nevertheless, we're a little bit shaken, but we're not stirred. We won't be deterred. We're just going to keep advancing. Albert, do we want to send you back? I think we do. Or do we? No, we don't. I changed my mind. He's just going to maintain his position. He's under no danger whatsoever. I'm pretty confident. Norm also is sitting pretty over there. Encroaching upon level 8 very rapidly. Always happy to see that. Now, don't get too excited. She's not going to make her final class in this scenario, but the next battle for sure, it's going to happen. Thorn inching ever closer. It's doing a little island hopping. This reduces the trek across the water significantly. It'd be nice to have a couple of more islands here in between on the other sides of the map so you could get several people over a little quicker. Just a temporary reprieve from all the sloshing about and the wet stuff. Doesn't slow Taylor down though. As you can see here. Very well done. So this gambit paid off. Sending my merman against all the archers. That was a little bit of residual income right there on it. This lone soldier by himself. And even though they're not at full, I think they'll be okay. Because again, that plus 50 defense. And plus they can put a world of hurt on anybody. Provided they make it there. That's the only thing about the merman. They just gotta get there. And then they're good to go. Alright. We expected all of this. Just undoing all the work we put in, but not to worry. They're gone. Oh, he's level 8. That's pretty decent. Just realized that. So his soldiers are going to have a... They're going to pack a bit of a punch here, is what I'm getting at. So it's going to be Albert by himself. Slightly precarious of a position, but he's tough. He's in the trees. So are they. I mean, if I wanted to play this really smart, I could just continue to use him to recover each round, not even attack. And then just let them keep pelting away on their turns, just to ensure that he stays at maximum health. And he'll just keep whittling them down, and after they've spent their resources, exhausted their strength, then he can just pounce in for the kill. Pounce in for the kill. That sounds a little awkward. But anyway. Those mountains are serving her well. Alright, so we can do something with Chris this turn. I think she's getting closer. But I really want to deal with this crack, and I feel like this thing should have been gone quite a while ago. But it's still here. Just mocking me with its presence. So we're going to continue to use low-level magic just to make it a little easier to deal with. If Fireball dealt more damage, that would have been the way to go, but I don't think it would have. And once again, back at 1. Can anybody finish it? Oh, 5 soldiers isn't going to be able to do it. That would just be a waste of resources. We're going to have to get them a little bit healthier before we do that. Same with them. And Albert's men. Because they would just die. It'd be a waste to put them back over there. You know? As far as Albert. Yeah, forget recovering. We're just going to attack. I was about to say, there's no way he's getting away. Albert wasn't having that. So it was a good call. The fight will go faster this way. I went ahead and put that soldier there. He'll be a distraction if nothing else. Trying to keep the forward momentum in this fight. Anything to speed things up. Normally I wouldn't mind the pace of it, but it's not the best battle for LP, so that's kind of where I'm at with it. And I want to avoid jump cuts and editing as much as possible in this playthrough. Now, don't get me wrong, you're going to see it in this scenario for sure. And there might be 1 or 2 other ones down the road that also suffer from this time issue, so I might do the same thing there. But I'm only going to cut out extended movement sessions. I'm not going to cut out anything where we're being attacked or we're engaging the enemy. I'm always going to leave that stuff in so you can see exactly what's happening, so you won't come back in like, okay, Chris is at 1 all of a sudden, what happened there? Trying to keep everybody in the loop, you know. And love where this is going. Having warm flashbacks to my first playthrough of this game where I made her a knight as well. Because I didn't know about Dragon Knights. If you go lore with her, her next step up is Dragon Knight, which is arguably her best class in this game. And ever since I've discovered it, that's usually what I make her. I've actually built whole strategies and certain battles around that class and what it can do. But the first time I played this, I made her a knight and had a lot of fun with it. You'll see why in the next scenario. Because I'm going to do here what I did then. So 1 by 1 they fall. And, oh, I thought he was going to try to recover too. No, he thinks he's tough enough to take us. Probably having second thoughts right about now. It's not too late to find your life purpose, soldier. This isn't it. And thankfully the music here is more intimidating than them. Ooh. So sad, so sad. This is why it's arguably better in some situations to send your generals in with few troops or no troops at all, because they go down hard, they go down fast, and yeah, you're almost better off just letting your commanders handle it. You just have to know what you're doing though, because you don't want to overestimate them. It can lead to a lot of sticky situations that you can't get unstuck from. Well, unless you reset, load a game save, that's what they're there for. But we're not trying to do any of that. We're going to heal. That seems like the right decision there. Oh, this Kraken. We're gonna leave him alone for right now. Even without the command bonus, I'm pretty confident, yeah, I figured they could take them down. Their attack, even without that boost from leading, is still enough to get the job done. Plus type advantage, never forget that. And I'm just excited for when this battle's over, because for me at least, scenario 10 onward, that's when things just take off. That's when it's really good. Now later on there's a, well, I'll just stop what I'm saying. I don't want to let too many cats out of the bag here. The internet can only handle so many cats at one time. I didn't know people loved cats so much until the internet. It's amazing. I mean, I like cats too, don't get me wrong, but if I switch my channel over into just nothing but cats and kittens and the cute things that they do without trying, I'll probably have thousands of subscribers and millions of likes instantly without even trying. But that's not what I'm here for. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like likes and subscribes like anybody else. Definitely good encouragement to continue what I'm doing, but like I've said millions of times, as long as I know somebody is enjoying this and getting something worthwhile from it, that's all the motivation I really need. I'm always big on quality over quantity. Unless there's quality in that quantity, then hey, can't have too many good things, right? I never was a proponent of that saying too good to be true. I get so bothered. I mean, my skin literally vibrates in a not so pleasant way whenever I hear that phrase. Oh, they're too good to be true. That's too good to be true. Why? Why do you set the bar so low? Why can't things be good? Why must things be bad? But I digress. As per usual. What turn are we on? 18. Okay. Things are moving along decently. We're getting there. As long as we get this done before turn 30, that would be depressing. Wait till Langrisser 2. We will have some turn 30 battles, I'm pretty sure. But it's not so bad because a lot of those turns will just be spent prepping and healing up and regenerating magic. Because in that game, when you treat, you don't just regain health, you regain magic points too. And it might seem like it's sucking all of the challenge out of the affair, but when you see how that game works, you're going to see why they did that. And I really can't imagine it any other way. And I really gotta avoid talking about that game too much too soon. I want to focus on this. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So you see, Albert did just fine on his own. He had a little help, but he gets most of the credit for that one. Taylor is just here as an insurance policy, basically. I don't think we're gonna need him. If he was close to the Kraken, he could definitely speed things up on that side. Because expediency is not our horseman's specialty, and that's most of what we have over here. These soldiers, it's kind of 50-50 with them. If they get some hits and they do okay, but it's really random. At best, they usually do a couple of points like you see there. They're not going to be able to finish him off with 3 though, sadly, so this is going to take a little bit longer. And that's alright. It's getting there. Patience is still a virtue. Hold on tight to it. You're gonna need it. Enemy phase. What would you like to do? Treat your wounds. Attack our troops. Nothing out of the ordinary. And Narm can handle him. Pretty sure she won't even have to be at full health to do that. Okay, Jessica, can you finish the fight? Boom, 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 boom. Meteors of Doom for you, good sir. And you are a worthy adversary, but all things die to fire. You are no exception. So we can finally move Leading back up here. If I hadn't have done that beforehand so soon, probably could have finished that a little bit quicker, but hindsight and all that good stuff. Albert, not quite. But this isn't bad. This puts me in a position to give it to Jessica if I so choose. I'm not gonna give it to Taylor. Probably gonna start moving him along to help Thorn now. Now that we're sure that that side is okay. I don't want to overextend with the archers. I want to keep them close to him. And definitely keep him surrounded at all times. Without a doubt. Please, if you're playing this, take copious notes on this one. I don't want Lance anywhere near him. The Grand Knight's not really anywhere near us as well. We don't have to worry about him. Eventually we're going to start crossing Chris and Narm over the water just to entice the Grand Knight. I don't know if we're going to actually engage him because he would be able to intercept us before we made it to land. And we don't have enough support on that side either, so they might be in trouble if I did that. And now Narm needs to heal up before she does anything else, so we can send Chris up though if we want to. Decisions. Nothing but distance and decisions. We're gonna go ahead and move her. Get her in place. I could either have Narm join her or head back over west to join these guys. Probably won't do that. I don't want to have Chris all by herself. And trust, even with that guard in there, she qualifies as being all by herself. They're already gone. In fact, they just don't know it yet. Alright, we're in the 20s now. Definitely want to heal her up, no question. Her men better stay there and do the same. Leading could have finished that guy, but obviously he's doing pretty good right now. We kind of spoiled him in the last fight, so he's going to take a breather. Move his men a little bit more, because there's no getting around it now. We've been delaying it and putting it off as long as we can. No more procrastination. We have to cross the water. And that's what we're going to do. They'll be able to reach Thorn in no time, I'm thinking. Lance and his men have good movement, but they've got to get through some treetops and some mountains first, so that'll slow them down a little bit. Just enough for me to get better situated, hopefully. As always, want to get some good terrain in effect. And we might as well get that out of the way because we want to do that before she gets near anybody. Alright, let's see what the Grand Knight does. Oh, here's Lance first. It's fitting that Lance would be the first to move on their side, because he's just that kind of guy. Okay, I thought so. The Grand Knight is moving out. Now that we've started to embark upon the water, we've effectively rung Pavlov's bell. I just skipped us moving around. We're starting the enemy's turn. That same phase, so you haven't missed anything. Lance kicked things off in an attack there. I think that was, is it lightning or thunder? I think that was lightning. Thunder is much more effective. We won't be seeing that for quite a while though. Because lightning, if I'm getting it right, I think his is called lightning. It just attacks in a straight line, so anybody who's not in that line of effect won't be attacked, won't be affected. Whereas most magic attacks more in a circle or a diamond pattern, so, and he can only use it once. That's the good thing, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. And you can't move when you use magic, so, you know, whatever can delay his advance is good, even if it hurts us. Less pain in the future, more pain today. And we're gonna be right slow moving through here, but it really doesn't take that long. You just have to be consistent, stick to it. Once you start moving on that water, don't stop, don't retreat, just keep going. It's really not so bad. And thankfully Jessica didn't get that hurt, so we can start getting her over here. I'm probably gonna end up giving this to her, that experience. I'm not in a big hurry to get Albert up to his next class. There's really no need. He'll be fine as a knight. Her, on the other hand, yes, her next promotion will serve us quite well. And the sooner the better, so. As much as I hate to leave the trees, that's a little too close for comfort. Yeah, we're not putting him in water. Don't want to do that. Well, okay, good. He's still in range, just barely. Don't want to give up that command bonus, believe me. And Taylor, yep, in record time. The cavalry has arrived officially. Don't need them just yet, but if nothing else, it'll be more people to surround Thorn with. And I dare Lance to attack them when they're in the water. That would just be delightful. One of a few of my favorite things. On second thought, I just might send her down. I'm gonna be honest, I'm really not sure what I want to do with an arm at this point. I mean, I could just let her take a seat for the fight, but she's too strong to do that. She could really be useful. We're just gonna move her down here for now. It really doesn't matter because I'm not gonna actually send Chris over the water. We're just dangling a string. And apparently they want to see what's on the other end of it, so it's working. Come on, guys, come on. Don't be shy. Water's not that cold. I don't even think there's any chlorine in it, so it's okay. Ugh, that was the worst part about swimming class, chlorine. Ugh, I hate that stuff. Did not like that at all. Swimming, however, is quite fun, and I do miss it. And there's another really random tangent. What got me talking about that? Oh, right, all this water, man. That'll do it. Okay, next turn. Jessica can play cleanup crew. So they're just gonna sit tight. We want to keep her in the trees in case he decides to go after her. I don't think he will. 9 times out of 10, depending on the situation though, but the enemy commanders will tend to prioritize taking out the foot soldiers. Yeah, we're moving her back. The bait has been bitten, so there's no need to stay there. Thorn's back up to full. I feel much better about life. Where to put Taylor, though? Yeah, you know what? I think Thorn is going to be just fine. Lance didn't make it here as quick as I thought he would. We've got a good position. Taylor's going to help out Chris and Narm. I am going to keep them together. In the off chance the Grand Knight can make it on land and chooses to cross before anybody else can get there, they're definitely going to need some support. And hey, guess what, guys? Maybe we can do what we did earlier with those archers and have Taylor and his mermen pick them off while they're trying to cross. That would be useful and entertaining, to me at least. Because for some reason I'm just completely enthralled by mermen. I love having them, being able to use them. And I plan on doing it as much as I can get away with it. And again, you don't see them as a fictional character nearly enough in these fantasy settings. That's another reason why, not to keep bringing up this series too, but one thing I like about Shining Force is it really features centaurs, which is something you think you would find more in fantasy and fiction, but you really don't. You see lots of elves and stuff, you see lots of dwarves, fairies, etc., etc., ogres, goblins and golems, all these things. Not a lot of love for the horse people, and really not a lot of love for the people of the sea. I mean, especially after The Little Mermaid, that was a really popular movie. You think that would have kicked something off, but no, not so much.